Over 200 years ago, the first remnants of gold were found in the Rocky Mountains, precious metal that attracted settlers from across the world, each hoping to find a fortune that could change their lives forever. Centuries later, there would be another man who traveled deep into the Rocky Mountains in search of a very different type of gold. A little-known prospect from Serbia by the name of Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic is a youngster out of Serbia.
That is behind the back to Chandler. A great touch, though. They swing it underneath the phone. What vision. What a pass. Jokic falling away. Good! Oh!
Jokic in the power. Here it goes. Got it!
He is a basketball clinic. There is nothing offensively he can't do.
I've never seen anybody just more involved in a positive way with the offense.
Oh, what a pass! Thread the needle, baby! Nikola Jokic.
The lowest draft pick to be named MVP and the first center to be named MVP in over 20 years.
Nikola Jokic has been voted the NBA's most valuable player for a second consecutive season.
Shot is second tonight. Oh! What a pass by Jokic!
Do you still feel as good about this future? I mean, this year was hard. You had no Jamal, no Michael. But in terms of what this group can do, fully healthy, does it still feel like a?
I mean, we don't know what we can do because we were not healthy. But yes, I think we have talent, we have players, we have pieces, we have tools, and the only thing is, are we going to work together? You know, so that's the only thing that that's the question. We have something that we're building, and it actually feels really good.
Entering the 2022-23 NBA season, expectations for the Denver Nuggets were higher than they had ever been in franchise history. While the team had failed to advance past the second round in each of the previous 2 seasons, there were several reasons for optimism heading into the new year. Talented guard Jamal Murray was making his return from an ACL injury, a rehab process which had kept him sidelined for over a year. This meant that Jokic and company were now fully healthy, something that hadn't been the case since the team made the Western Conference Finals in 2020. In each of the past 2 seasons, Nikola had emerged as quite possibly the best player in the game, winning back-to-back MVPs while putting up historic numbers. His selfless play style and all-around contribution had resulted in the Nuggets staying afloat in the talented Western Conference. And now with a true second scoring option by his side, the Joker was ready to make a run at the ultimate prize.
Look at the handle! My goodness! And he's fouled! Double his 18th on the... Oh! What a pass to KCP! As Jokic collects it behind the back!
It's crazy because he's not by any means the athletic guy on the floor, you know, but he just knows his game. I think he's a player that just knows who he is on that court.
If you in the corner, you know, like, if he gets the ball in a certain spot on the floor, you know the pass is coming.
But they're doubling him every time. Cross-court sling, and KCP. It's going to be a 4-point opportunity. Jamal Murray to Jokic. Jokic backs up for the win! Yes! Nikola Jokic buries it! Oh my God!
Professionally, I mean, obviously, Joe doesn't say much, but he's a true professional, comes in, does his work every day, practices all the shots he's going to do in the game, and it's the same routine every day. He gets his routine in, he gets out.
You know, to watch him day in and day out, his routine, the things he does every single day when he comes in here, how he treats people in the organization, how he treats people in Denver, obviously is really important. That's why he's great. It's not what he does on the court. It's not 40-point triple-doubles. It's not, all the wins. It's really what he comes in here and does on a day in and day out basis. And just seeing his consistency, just his dedication to his craft.
He's a guy whose talent is unbelievable. IQ is unbelievable. He brings so much to the game. With him on our team, he gives me the ultimate confidence that, we can win a championship and that, in any game we play, we can win.
Nikola would put up some historic numbers during the regular season, filling the stat sheet with multiple 35-point, 20-rebound, and 10-assist games, and putting together the highest offensive efficiency rating in franchise history. His 24.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 9.8 assists were enough to help the Nuggets finish the regular season as the #1 seed in the Western Conference, and placed him firmly in the MVP race for a third straight season. Unlike the previous 2 years, Jokic would finish second in the voting for the game's greatest individual trophy, but something felt different about this season. While Jokic had always been vocal about his disinterest in the award, this year it was clear that he had his sights set elsewhere. There was a different trophy on the minds of Nikola and the Nuggets as they entered the 2023 playoffs. If you've ever been injured in an accident, you know how stressful it can be knowing you don't have the proper representation to fight for you. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. With over 800 lawyers and 4,000 support staff, they have made the process of finding representation easier than ever before. In 8 clicks or less, you can file a claim directly from your phone, allowing you access to your very own legal team without having to leave your seat. Contacting a personal injury lawyer should be your first step if you're ever involved in a car accident. And with Morgan & Morgan, they've made the process quick and easy. The process to submit your case is simpler than ever before, and with a policy that doesn't make you pay anything unless you win your case, you have nothing to lose. To start your claim today and join the over 3 million people who trust Morgan & Morgan to fight for them, you can use my link at www.forthepeople.com/Trice or by dialing #LAW. That's #529 on your phone. The postseason would get off to a hot start for Denver, taking care of the 8th-seeded Timberwolves in just 5 games. Jokic and company had begun to hit their stride at the perfect time, with the team clearly benefiting from the playoff return of Jamal Murray. He would lead the team in scoring, averaging over 27 points, and allow the Joker to do what he does best.
Jokic in the lane, spots Porter for 3. Got it. And 4, Jokic. Gobert on the drop. Now Jokic in on Gobert. Little hook shot is good. Long pass, Murray's out there, and he lays it up and in.
The second round would be a much more difficult challenge, with the new-look Phoenix Suns, led by Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, waiting for the Nuggets. KD's arrival in the Valley earlier that season had led to many fans and media crowning the Suns as the favorites to win it all entering the playoffs, so much so that Denver would enter the series as the underdogs despite being the higher seed. With home court advantage on their side, the Nuggets would start the series off strong in the Mile High City, as Jokic and company remained out to prove what made them the best team in the West.
Checks into the game, Jokic goes right at him, Durant on the help defense, Joker gets it back, puts it down, and a chance at 3 the hard way. Looking to push, this is what they want to do. Boy, exquisite pass. Jokic lets it fly. Boy, Jokic just masterful. Shot clock down to 3, the spin, the shot, got it. He is pure basketball poetry. Or beautiful give and go. Murray triple tonight for the Suns. Jokic, he buries it. Jokic has scored their last 7. Go to the box, fades, he sticks it. Jokic kicks, KCP,
Denver would get off to a 2-0 start in the series, winning both games at home behind 34 and 39-point performances in back-to-back games by Murray and Jokic. However, as the series traveled down to the desert, the momentum would begin to shift in favor of the Suns.
Durant, able to hit, Booker away with it. 3-on-2 developing, Booker fades and hits. Oh my, what a shot from Devin Booker. Here's Durant again, gets the whistle, puts the bucket. Jittering into the paint, Booker, oh my, that is ridiculous. Here's Kane to Durant.
The duo of KD and Booker would combine for an incredible 86 points in Game 3, showcasing exactly what made the Suns such a dangerous team on the way to securing a must-win at home. Despite the loss, Jokic had put together a historic game of his own, becoming the first player in postseason history with a 30-point, 15 assist, and 15 rebound game. However, Game 4 would be more of the same, with the Suns once again overcoming a big performance from Nikola.
Jokic off balance, just flicks it up and in. Durant probing against Gordon, crosses over, pump fakes, shot, got it! Murray feeds the post, Jokic sandwich, puts it down! Booker looking to push, uses the screen, elevates, splash! Jokic bangs into Booker, flicks it up and it goes! Booker against Caldwell Pope, doubled, KD, got it! But Denver runs out of clock. The Phoenix Suns have picked themselves up off the mat. They've tied the series at 2 as the party heads back to Denver.
Returning back to the Rockies with a now tied-up series, it was clear that Game 5 would be a defining moment in this Nuggets postseason run. A moment Jokic was ready for.
Jokic trying to back down Ayton. One of the all-time 2-game performances for Jokic, the last 2, and he picks up where he left off. He did it that bubble season in Orlando. Green, exquisite dish from Jokic. Jokic, he will fire and plop it home from 3. One-on-one matchup, double team. Green on the dive, easy money for Denver. Drop step, beautifully done out of Jokic. Contact, and he's going to shoot a free throw.
Nikola's 29 points, 12 assists, and 13 rebounds would not only earn him the title of most playoff triple-doubles by a center in NBA history, but it also helped Denver once again regain the momentum of the series.
I think we were the aggressors. In the game, 2 games in Phoenix, they were the one who was pushing out of the plays, out of the spots, big into us and pushing it. Like they were just aggressive. Today, I think we were aggressive. In the second half, I think we were really good.
Game 6 would see the Joker once again put up video game numbers, dropping yet another 30-point triple-double to put away the Suns in 6 games. Nikola would join LeBron James and Russell Westbrook as only the 3rd player in NBA history to average a 30-point triple-double for an entire series, a feat that had propelled the Nuggets to their 2nd Western Conference Finals in 4 years. Standing in between the Nuggets and their first ever appearance in the NBA Finals was an unexpected but worthy opponent, as the Los Angeles Lakers had defeated the defending champion Golden State Warriors to reach the Western title game. In somewhat poetic fashion, the Lakers had been the Nuggets' opponent in each of the franchise's previous Western Conference Finals appearances, with Los Angeles sending Denver home in 2009 and in 2020. However, riding the momentum of the big second round win, with the team chemistry in Denver peaking at the perfect moment, 2023 would be a different story.
Jokic, a quick spin move inside for the dunk. Jokic just gets it off in time. It's up. Oh, it's good. Of course it goes in. Jokic from downtown.
There's no secret. I mean, same thing with LeBron. How is LeBron doing what he's doing at 38 years old? It's not because he's just an athletic marvel, it's because the time and commitment and discipline he puts into his craft, his body and his game. And Nikola is no different. And I think that, to me, is the key reason why he is just consistently great.
Jokic spins, count it, and one. Jokic answers back with a three-pointer. 14 fourth-quarter points. Gets inside, back to Jokic. Shot clock winding down. Jokic has to put it up. High off and three. Oh, he knocks it down. Jokic has to put it up. Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic. What a shot.
Yeah, I asked him, how are you comfortable taking and making those kind of shots?
I mean, you know what? I'm going to take, that's my signature shot. I mean, I'm joking, and I think it's so easy to shoot when you gotta shoot it, so you just find a way to shoot it. And being off balance, I'm off balance my whole life, so that's kind of normal for me.
Sweeping the Lakers 4-0, the Nuggets had once again been led by a dominating Jokic, who would be named the Western Conference Finals MVP after averaging 27.8 points, 11.8 assists, and 14.5 rebounds per game in the series. Following the lead of their star, the Nuggets had proven to be a dominant force throughout the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. And now, we're heading to the first NBA Finals appearance in franchise history. The 2023 NBA Finals would feature an unexpected matchup. While the Nuggets had been the #1 seed entering the postseason, on the opposite side, a true underdog had risen out of the East, with the 8th seeded Miami Heat having defeated the 1 and 2 seed along its journey to a second NBA Finals in 4 years.
We want to talk long shots. Let's talk about the 8th seed making the finals.
They're a really good team. They're a really good team. They know what they're doing. They're aggressive on both sides of the floor. This is going to be the hardest games of our lives, and we'll prepare for that.
Denver would enter the series as big favorites over Miami, but none of the outside expectations fazed the Nuggets entering Game 1. In their minds, they still had a mission to complete, and 4 wins remained in between them and destiny.
Adebayo right into Jokic. Finds Murray wide open. Jokic, here comes the double team, spins away, finds Brown wide open. Nice pass from Murray. Jokic flips it up and in. Murray. Up top, Jokic. Shot clock winding down, knocks down the 3. 4 to shoot. Jokic falling away, puts it in.
Game 1 would go as expected, with the Nuggets pulling out a 104-93 win at home to start the series. Jokic and Murray would combine for 53 points, with Denver controlling the game from start to finish thanks to yet another triple-double by Nikola. While the Nuggets hadn't been known for their defense, they had managed to hold Jimmy Butler to just 13 points in Game 1. However, just as people had begun talking about a sweep, Miami would answer back with a shocking Game 2.
5 on the 24. Strus, long distance, knocks it down. Miami bouncing back. That's been the storyline all season for the Heat. Vincent fires and hits. Vincent another 3-pointer. He's got 15 points. He leads all scorers. Duncan Robinson drives and finishes. And it's over. The Miami Heat have tied the NBA Finals.
Losing a game at home in the NBA Finals, especially as the favorite, can be unsettling for many teams. The Heat had come into Denver and clawed out a scrappy win, changing up their game plan in a way that forced Jokic into a scoring role. With the Nuggets' free-flowing offense limited, Miami had been able to rally its defense, flipping the series on its head as they stole home court advantage. Now traveling down to South Beach, the Nuggets were faced with a pivotal 2 games in Miami. 2 straight losses would put them back 3-1, making for a tough climb back against such a gritty team. This set the stage for a pivotal Game 3, a night that would define not only the series, but the legacy of Nikola Jokic.
Jokic calling for the ball against Kevin Love. Spins, flips it up and in. Just too big and too strong. Jokic, the feed, and Christian Brown throws it down. Jokic, double team. Murray fires away, connects on a 3. Spinning, Love picks him up. Off 1 foot, that's good. Murray back up, Jokic fakes, spins, the pirouette. And the bucket is good. 32 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists. What an answer after the disappointing loss in Game 2 at home. The Denver Nuggets win their 4th straight road game in these playoffs and regain home court advantage.
The Joker would help lead Denver to a huge Game 3 win in Miami. In addition, guard Jamal Murray had stepped up big in the moment, putting together a 34-point triple-double of his own, making the duo the first pair of teammates in NBA history with 30-point triple-doubles in the same NBA Finals game.
When you have a line that's never been accomplished before in Finals history,
I don't care. It's just a stat. Before even the series started, Denver Nuggets need to beat Miami, not me or Jamal beat whoever is on the other side. We as a group need to beat them.
Having stolen back home court advantage, immediately stifling the momentum of the Heat, Game 4 was a huge opportunity for the Nuggets to deliver a knockout punch in Miami. Denver would respond to the challenge, grinding out a well-rounded team win as multiple role players stepped up big under the spotlight. Now with a 3-1 lead and all of the momentum, Jokic and the Nuggets would enter Game 5 with only one thing on their minds: finishing the job.
Oh, nice give and go. Round the extra pass.
NBA was something unreachable for our guys. Now look at this guy. He's the best player in the league, and he's leading his team. It's almost like a dream.
Jokic backs in, easily scores. Ball poked away by Jokic, picked up by Porter. Porter drives between the legs, layup is good. Bruce Brown, back to Jokic, spins against Adebayo, tough shot, pulling away, still knocks it down.
It's such a rare category that Jokic is in. He is among the most selfless superstars this game's ever seen. Jokic is motivated by his family, by his team, and playing for Serbia.
Caldwell Pope finds Jokic. Jokic in the paint, drops it in. Finds Jokic. Mark on him. Jokic drives down a lane. Layup is good. They're not going to foul. The Heat will let it play out. It's over. At last, the long wait is over. After 47 years, the Denver Nuggets can finally call themselves NBA champions.
This year's Bill Russell Finals MVP goes to Nikola Jokic.
We are not winning for ourselves. We are winning for the guy next to us, and that's why this is even more. Because I was winning for Jamal was winning for Adrian. That's how it goes, And this is a great group of people, a great group of teammates. Everything this year was amazing. Like I said, since day one, it was something different about this team. I felt it some different energy. Every player believe in each other, and I think that's the most important thing. I'm glad that I'm part of this journey.
If I go, you go. It's all right. Don't hurt nobody. Go fight it!
Nikola Jokic's 2023 playoff run is one that will go down in history. He was the first player ever to lead the entire postseason in points, rebounds, and assists, doing so in a way that inspired his team to ultimately win the game's greatest prize. There aren't many players in NBA history who built up the resume that Jokic has in just his 8th season. 2 MVPs, an NBA championship, and an NBA Finals MVP already puts him in elite company. So elite that arguments can already be made for him to take his place amongst the top 5 centers of all time. His play hasn't been without criticism, with many debating if he has ever been dominant enough to be considered the game's greatest player right now. However, if you just take a moment and watch the way Jokic operates, you'll quickly discover what makes him one of the best in the world.
Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world right now. If you don't believe that, I will respectfully disagree with you.
Coaching Nikola is more of a partnership. He's an incredible player with an IQ that is unmatched in our league, and probably it would be considered up there with the greatest of all time already. If you love basketball, he should be one of your favorite players, if not your favorite player. He's the best thing that's happened for the game in a long time. I really believe that.
Where does Jokic stand all time? Where does this playoff run stand all time? Look, he has cemented himself as an all-time great. That's a fact. Multiple MVPs, a finals MVP, a championship. He's 8 years in. He's entering his prime. Jokic is an all-timer. Is he top 20? Is he top 30? I don't know. I don't care. Well, we'll discuss. The instant reaction, though, from my standpoint, he's an all-timer. He's an all-time great.
In an era of loud personalities and focus on individual accomplishments, Nikola has established himself as an all-time great. A second-round pick that stayed true to his game and eventually molded an entire organization around his identity. A kid from Serbia who plays basketball in the beautiful way it was intended, discovering gold in the mile-high city.